I decided I want to play this some more. Because he's fun. And try and get some achievements and stuff. Let me look for... Let's see the achievements page. Multiplies itself. Everything destroys itself. I don't know how you do that. I don't know. I think the main one is I want to try and collect all of the objects. I don't think I've got quite all of them yet. I got all this stuff around here, looks like. Oh, no, there's new stuff. Okay. I'm a rock. Ancient ruins. Fascinating. Okay, so one other newbie somewhere? Maybe not? I think I've been all these things. Maybe we go with the water. Oh, hello. A drum! Djembe. Horses. Let's go in the pond. Ah, hello. That's new. Hello. Sea urchin skeleton. Oh. Boat ear moonshell. But look at them. Wait, no, I saw the babies. Fucking seahorse. Come back here. I want to be a seahorse. Oh my god. Yeah. Seahorse. I'm adorable. Let's see some other stuff. There we go. Hello. I'm an oyster. Shard lobster. Oh, you're new. Hello. Electric eel. Is that a jellyfish? Wow, corn jellyfish, so beautiful. Oh. I don't know how to move as a jellyfish.
Just in the same way that conscious attention is not aware of all the other operations of the body, in just that way, we are not aware of our connection, indeed our identity, with the fundamental self. We go to sleep at night, and then we wake up, and because the physical brain is still there, we remember everything that happened the day before. But if the physical brain decomposes, then we're what is called dead. And we say, well, that's the end of that. But
Ooh, damn fish.
when the leaves die and fall off the trees, or the fruit drops, next year, more leaves, more fruit. So in the same way, when you and I die, more babies later. If the whole human race dies, you bet your life. There are all kinds of things that feel that they're human, scattered throughout the multiplicity of galaxies. Because this universe is a people universe. But because we are unconscious of the intervals, we are not aware of the self with our conscious attention when conscious attention isn't operating. But still, just as you don't notice what your pineal gland, say, is doing at the moment, so in the same way, you don't notice the connections which tie us all together, not only here and now, but forever and ever and ever and ever.
Chip off! Hello. Size is always relative to the things around you. You can change your size whenever you want. But know that by making yourself bigger, you also make the world smaller. There is no right or wrong size to be. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh. Entry of fish with shawarma. Oh, there it is. Get even smaller. Get even smaller. I'm the littlest. Let me try and go in an atom. I guess I could just turn into one. Oh, wait, there's something. Ooh. Where's the button? Oh. I disappeared myself. Okay. I don't remember what atom. Oh, I've turned myself into a DNA. Inside the atoms. Whoa! It's all circles in here. It's all spheres. found a photon. Back in the galaxies.
The basic reason why we don't notice the self is that the self doesn't need to look at itself. A knife doesn't need to cut itself. Fire doesn't need to burn itself. Water doesn't need to quench itself. And a light doesn't need to shine on itself. Nevertheless, it is possible, in a certain way, to become aware of oneself in this deepest sense. To know that you are the totality. To wake up from the hallucination that you are just poor little me. From that kind of hypnosis, and discover that you are simply something being done by this vast, indescribable self, which is out of time, which has no beginning, no end, neither continues nor discontinues. It's beyond all categorization whatsoever. So when you are trying to know the self, you have to get rid of every idea in your head and see this everyday world just as it looks now, but see as clearly can be that it is all the self.
He's so pretty. Process, a pattern of force permeating every direction, indivisible and yet countless in parts, and you in every direction. Everything is equally true and equally false. Elliptical galaxy. Can go in. Whee! Found a sun. A ringed ice planet. What's on the ice planet? Oh, this big ocean. Hello. Oh, cool. Oh my god, this is awesome. Where are you going? Where you going? Come talk to me. It's too fast. Maybe that cloud. He's so little. You explored for enough time for me to let you in on a secret. This world is not your world. Everything is a game based on the game you're in. And if we're being honest, a pretty shabby reflection on it, but this isn't about giving you something different to see, but giving you a different way of seeing. If you could see that you are neither big nor little, this nor that, you might also see that I am neither real nor unreal, but both. We could speak to each other as friends, and believe me, this is really happening. But you can also see that I'm a bunch of badly organized polygons masquerading as a cloud. Now the real game begins, Rose. From now on, things can come and go very quickly. You can create and destroy things as much as you like, or as much as I can handle. Press plus to add things and minus to remove things. Oh my god, I can create so many clouds.
If you look at the moon, you might imagine at full moon that you were looking at a disk, until somebody points out to you that it's a ball. Sunrise is not the same event for a person who thinks that the Earth is the center of the solar system as it is for a person who knows that the sun is the center of the solar system.
Igloo!
The Earth is turning.
Snowman.
Now, nothing in the way of a sense impression has changed, but your understanding of it has changed radically. The senses see the same event, but there is a different interpretation. And so, seeing is done much more with the mind than with the eye. We see what we are taught to see. We see in terms of our ideological structure, our culture, our conditioning.
What's a polar bear?
And so all that conditioning teaches us to see the world in its separateness. But you can be deconditioned from that and see just this same world that you're looking at now in its unity.
Yeah, you. What are you? I'm a barley. Barley. It's so white. Beetle. Dandelion. My body is a prey of worms, my soul an unquiet eddy, my fortune dark, my fame doubtful. Cricket. It's so hard to see, it's so bright. Goodness gracious. Oh. Fix. Oh. Tetrahemina. Transparent hair. Do I have a birthday? Never mind. Tuberculosis. There's a big wolf up there. Snowball.
You must understand that when we talk of things, people, houses and waters and mountains, that Thinking about them that way emphasizes their difference. It stresses differentiation. But you see, you don't really know what differentiation is unless you know what sameness is. Just as you don't know what to be is unless you know the meaning of not to be. And the boundaries of things which outline them, we say, well, I begin maybe up here, and above my head it's not me anymore. So this cranium thing, the skull with hair on top of it, divides me from space. True if you want to look at it that way, but it's equally true that my cranium joins me to space. Imagine what would happen to me if there weren't any space around me. My outline would thereupon disappear. Because you see, every boundary needs two sides, the inside and the outside. And you can't separate them. So
No
boundaries
fish.
are held in common.
Schweem.
They join things as much as they divide.
Negotiations, exciting.
Now, we are taught, you see, not to see that way. Our conscious attention is captured by figures
12.
within backgrounds, and it tends to ignore backgrounds. It is captured by things that move rather than things that are relatively still. And so when we see someone going up a hill, we say the man is going up the hill. We don't see also that the hill is coming down to the man. Every pull is also a push, and every push is also a pull.
Oh,
So you
pretty.
can become aware of this tremendous interconnectedness of everything. And that is, in a way, what we mean by relativity. Because relativity means relatedness.
Oh,
Just as fronts go with backs and tops with bottoms, insides with outsides, solids with spaces, so everything that there is goes together. And it makes no difference whether it lasts a long time or whether it lasts a short time. A galaxy goes together with all the universe just as much as a mosquito, which has a very short life.
whoosh. The whale. Oh, hey, more stuff. Whoa. A whole pile of books, my goodness. Wah! Log. Chopped log. Wah! Look at me roll, baby. Oh, hello. Trevor hat. Wee. I don't want to be just one book. I want to be all the books. Where's a trumpet? No green hut ever exists alone. All around are things that are part of a green hut's life. Things you eat, things you love, things you need a lot of, and things you need a little. Everything around you implies your existence. They imply you, Rose. Things are reality's way of saying you are needed for it to be complete. Otherwise, it could never recognize itself. And so everything around you wants to stick to you and see things in whatever way you like. These things will keep going for an eternity after you're gone. But whether you stay or decide to leave this place, I'm glad we were able to have this short time together, and that you could have this little reminder that you'll always be everything that there is. You can now join with everything. Big flock! Flock of many objects! Rock toward our flock! Look at us fucking go. What? We became a caribou at some point.
From the standpoint of the self, time is completely relative. You can have, if you scale it down, as much time between two of those very rapid drum beats as you can in eons and eons and eons. It's all a question of point of view or level of magnification. Change your magnification on your skin. Take out a magnifying glass and you don't see the familiar skin anymore. You see all the pores with hairs sticking out. Change it again and get a microscope and you see cellular structure. Get an ion microscope and you see molecules. And we know that it can get smaller and smaller and smaller, and that the spaces between these minute units are so vast that they're comparable to the distances between sun and planets in scale. So also with time. So in this sense, there could be vast, vast universes full of empires and battleships and palaces and brothels and restaurants and orchestras in the tip of your fingernail. And on the other hand, we could be all going on in the tip of somebody else's fingernail.
Ladybug. Where's that big one? Oh, that's a ladybug. That's what the big orange is. It kind of looks orange. I suppose it's supposed to be red, but it looks a little orange. Ugh. Huh. What? There's something. Helium. Let's go inside helium. Wow! It's so crazy in here. Wow!
It's very important to understand not only the relativity of size and of time, but also of what there is. Now, as you know, the human senses respond only to a very small band of the known spectrum of vibrations. We know through instruments of quite a vast spectrum.
Space.
But we, as I say, with our senses, see only a little of it. If our senses were in some way altered, we would see a rather different looking world. We can do this, of course. We can put on special lenses to enable us to see heat.
Alien continent.
And then we see all the heat radiations coming out of people. And we say, well, I never noticed that about you before. But so in the same way, you see, there are infinitely many possibilities of vibration and of organs sensitive to those vibrations. So that there could be worlds within worlds within worlds, spaces within spaces, just like the many, many wavelengths of radio and television, going on forever and ever in all directions. The possibilities are infinite. But having senses and noticing is a selective process. It picks out only certain ones, just as when you play the piano. You don't take both arms and slam down all keys at once. You select. And so, perception is a kind of piano playing. It is picking out certain things as significant, that is to say, as constituting patterns. And the whole universe seems to be a process of playing with different patterns. But whatever it does, whatever it plays, in whatever dimension, on whatever scale of time or space,
Blob.
It's all
Blob.
part of the self.
Meteorite. Small. Loloma. Bacteriophage. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but are you an alien? I am currently. Grass flube. Lizard. Ribogon. I have an idea. Now we dance as a strange group together. And birth more lizards. Oh, hello. Alien planet. Get in. So many who came into this world with me have already left. Oh, hello, blue one. Ariablie. Vinyasam. Never repeat the opinions of others, but try to see things in their true light as you see them.
modeled on and is an expression of the one self, because you all feel individually that you're the center of the world. And everything else is seen in circles, circling out, sphering out from where you are. And that's, as it were, called a microcosm, the little cosmos. But then in the same way, the macrocosm has a central self, although this is not central in the way we talk about centers in space. The center of a circle is in the middle of the circle, and the circumference is away from it.
Ooh, pretty.
It isn't in the middle of the universe, spatially speaking. You might ask the question, where is the universe? Well, you can't say where, because every where has to be in relation to something. There would have to be another universe to say where this one is. But then, since those two together would constitute the universe, we wouldn't still be able to say where it was. It isn't anywhere. And so in that sense, the center isn't anywhere in space.
Baby Valeria.
Furthermore, the kind of space we are dealing with is only one possible kind of space. It's the kind of space our physical organisms are attuned to.
Beleba. Pimb. Quite the name, Pimb. Wom. Inte mera. Flop. Oh, there's little bugs. Little buggies. Blue roach. I'm a blue roach. Thresher. Forgot how to dream in lies. Now I'm stuck with a reality generating machine inside my mind. Relatable. It's so annoying when it's like, I would like a fun dream, and it's like, no, dream about real life things that are scary. It's like, can I dream about like a monster or a witch or something? No, car crash. Fuck off. Oh, tiny little gemstone. Unknown particle. Ooh. F-bomb plan. Syrinx pollen. Pollen. Tardigrade. Why are you here? Wannabe?
What is this that I call I? That's one of the very fascinating questions. also, it teases us out of thought to think about death in the sense of going to sleep and never waking up. Imagine that. You find you can't, and yet it's a thought that although you can't get to grips with it, it remains fascinating. Also the question, how is it suddenly that you awakened into this world? Where were you before? And that's the same sort of weird question as what it would be like to go to sleep and never wake up. What was it like to wake up having not previously gone to sleep? It's very mysterious. But as you go on and plumb this question, you begin to develop the feeling that your existence is exceedingly odd. In many ways odd. Odd because it is here and it so easily might not have been. After all, if your father hadn't met your mother, would you be here? Now, of course, somebody would be here, because he might have met somebody else. Would that be you? Of course it would. Don't you see? You can only be you by being someone. But every someone is you. Every someone is I. That's your name, you say. It's me. I am here. And everybody feels that I in the same way. It's the same feeling. Just like blue everywhere is the same color. So I-ness being, as it were, the most fundamental thing in man is also fundamental to the universe. It too is I. And our I is a special case of it, coming out from the, in quotes, central I. So you see, there's really nothing to worry about. Because the important you is perfectly indestructible. It's what there is.
Can't seem to get any deeper. It's a lot of obsidian crystals. Hello. And praying. Oh, very cool. He listened. You will never be finished. Whee. Oh no, get big. It's like birdies. Maybe the birdies. Oof. So hard to catch flying things.
You must remember, of course, that the word play and the word game have many levels of meaning. We are accustomed to use the word play in opposition to work and to regard play as trivial and work as serious. "You're only playing with me," says a girl to a suitor. "You're not serious." We also use the word play in a non-trivial sense. We say, "I went to a play." Well, what did you go to? Oh, it was Hamlet, a tragedy. But it was still a play. I say too when I do philosophy, like I'm doing with you. This is entertainment. But in the sense, perhaps I hope, of your listening to someone play a musical classic. I'm not being serious, but I am being sincere. So, play is deeply the sort of thing children like to do, with deep absorption and fascination. And what do people like to do when they don't have to do anything? Well, as far as I can make out, as you look all over the world, they like to get together and do something rhythmic. They may dance, they may sing, they may even play games. All sorts of ways in which we love to do this. And we can get so absorbed in rhythm that there are certain kinds of rhythmic activity which we consider extremely important. Now you see, our very existence is a rhythm of waking and sleeping, eating and moving, and that's all we're doing. You just consider what we do every day. What's it all about? Does it really mean anything? Does it go anywhere? It's just because we want to keep on doing this kind of a hoop-de-da. So you can get a certain vision of life where everything is seen to be a complex pattern of rhythm. Dances, the human dance, flower dance, bee dance,
All the silly
giraffe
names.
dance. And that's what this all is. It's jazz. See? This is a big jazz. And what it's trying to do is to see how jazzed up it can get. How far out this play of rhythm can go. So then that is why you see this fundamental view that the world is play.
I think because we are on the alien planet, it probably doesn't mean anything. As some of these words may in fact be made up. Well, so does alien world. Yay, snow. Anything special appear in the snow? Not really. There's some new stuff. Oh, he's pretty. Whoop whoop whoop. Whoop whoop whoop.
So in all this, you see, when you get a game going of this kind, there comes the point of what you might call emotional investment. When you feel that the outcome of this particular feature in the game is urgent. See, this matters. And it's up to you what you think matters. We teach our children what matters, what's important for them to learn. And we teach them basically that it's important to live. You must go on. That's terribly important. But when you see you have this terrifying urgency to go on, and feel you must, this is important, this matters, we screen out of our consciousness the fact that this is our own volition and our own game. Because we are captivated by the illusion of the necessity and the importance of going on, to keep other people going on, to keep children going on, to keep this thing up. And the difficulty is that as we become disturbed and anxious about this, it's more difficult to keep the game going. In proportion as we are frightfully concerned to survive, we start fighting other people. We start clobbering our neighbors who are stealing our crops, and whatever it is, all the old fights start. And it is these fights which, more than anything else, at the moment, you see, are endangering the entire human project. But all based fundamentally on the illusion that it's utterly important that we survive. The illusion that I am going on, that I constitute a real continuity from this moment to the next moment, to the next moment, to the next moment.
Oh, cool. Ice planet. Ice place. This is all kind of the same. More new. Oh, this is new too. Blue spruce. Whoop. like an island. Wait, what's that? Biplane! Oil rig. Cargo ship. Icebreaker. Hiya! Well, we went right through the ice. I guess that's breaking it. Iceberg. Fishing trawler. Back to dredge. Dimta. Arctic fox. Fly swarm. Oh, Snooket. Four x 4. Oh, so pretty. Head. Straw head. Whee. Everywhere you go, you will always find the same things. They fill the lands and the lakes and the galaxies. There's no novelty anywhere. All is as trite as it is transitory. Snowman family! Look at them all! So cute! Horse. Palomino. Red squirrel! Chestnut horse. Observatory. Baby penguin! Oh my god, so cute! Baby! Little baby! Metal windmill. Yeah, that's what this one has to say. Every pub, every building shows both unity in cause and difference in form.
What are you afraid of losing when you die? Why? All the capital you've acquired during your life. The experiences, the friends, the status, the skills. Everything that you remember would be destroyed ordinarily when you die. In other words, we are afraid of losing the past. Now it's perfectly obvious that when you die, yes, everything that you've acquired as an individual and stored in your brain is dissolved and distributed. But at the same time, it is equally obvious that when you die, there won't be, following the moment of death, everlasting nothingness. When you die, you're always reborn, just as you were before.
Big ol' moose. Baby seal. I've already seen all these. Back up. Hello, rock. A slanted rock. Birds are so hard to catch. I thought I saw some others flying around. I don't know where they went though. Goals! They're goals. Oh, this one's new. Oh, snowy owl. Wow. Those are the goals, I believe. Yeah, what I spotted would have been, I think. Yeah, that's where I just was.
When you came into this world, there gradually arose into being the sensation of I. And it stays there a while, it goes through a development, and then it drops off. But all the time, everywhere, there are other I's starting up. See? Whether they be human, animal, anything you like. They be in other galaxies, etc. Always, they're starting up. Now, you would say, is there no connection between them? No, in the same way there is no connection between the molecules in your hand. And yet you say it is a hand. But if you look at it under a powerful enough microscope, the molecules in your hand are miles apart. And you would say there's no connection between them. What's the connection between this galaxy and other galaxies? Well, we can't see any connection. And yet there are gravitational swings whereby they respond to each other and move in a certain collective order. So in a very similar way, the constant appearance of beings who feel that they are I constitute a wave motion. You can see it either way. You can see yourself, in other words, as existing only now. That's the only you there is. The alternative to that, logically, is to see yourself as everything.
Whoops. Wait, there's a Torii gate over there. Oh my god, did we find Japan? Yeah. Pandas! Doves! Gimme. Yeah! Panda! Cute. Frigate. We're the best forest of Carpentier tia palms anywhere in the world. I've seen other forests around, but they don't cut it. I mean, some of them are cute. I'll grant you that. There was this one Carpentier palm I saw a while back that I wanted to get to know. He seemed kind of into me too, but winter came and that was the end of that. I have an amazing imagination for everything, except my own inevitable non-existence. Whoa. Oh, is it train tracks? Ah! Train is off the tracks. Muskox. Artichoke coffee. Things in cause indifference in their true light as it is transitory. Can be the tracks at all? I don't know. Look at all these. Oh, quad. Camel. Ooh. Oh. Ah! Aardvark, så cute! temple ruins. Well, you're not separate, you're just part of temple ruins. Oh, okay. Big statue. So barren, I'm not sure how anything lives out here. Deserts are amazing that way. They seem barren, but they're usually lush with life. Look there. Is this a restaurant? Fast food restaurant specifically. Cowboy boots! These boots are made for walking. And look at them fucking go. I don't need no car pulling me. I go on my own power, baby. Despite your best efforts, everything will go on being annoying long after you're gone. Whoops. Ooh. Giant squid. Big boy. Helicopter.
So everybody is involved in playing the game of life in a way that goes beyond play and becomes deadly serious. And as a result, the whole of existence is lived in a state of constant frustration, because you are trying all the time to hold together and to preserve something which in the long run can't be preserved at all. And therefore, in response to this cry of pain, which everybody puts up as a result of being in this situation, of trying to hold on to things, the wisdom of the various ways of liberation, be they Hindu, Buddhist, or whatever, is saying to everybody, look now, cool it, wake up. This is the kind of thing that's going on, and you are not a captive in a trap. You're not just some mere little measly being that somehow or other was brought into an insane universe. But you are what the thing is. You are not the victim. You are the system. Only you have identified yourself with a one wave in it. That is to say, a particular accumulation of memories, of associations, of skills, of things that you've learned. And you don't want to let go of them, because you found in that accumulation of memories, which you call yourself, an identity. So you know where you are, or think you do. But actually, you don't need to be anywhere. Where is the universe? Think up an answer to that one. And so the question, where is the universe, is really ultimately the same question as where are you? And so what this is saying is, look, let go. It's all right to play the game, be involved, work out the various intrigues, problems, creative projects, and so on that life involves. That's fine.
Oh.
But if you get involved in it so that you're hung up, this deprives you of delight and joy in playing the game. So the point is to get people unhung up on the whole thing.
This little graveyard. Oh, so pretty. Noom. 11, baby. Bed. Oh, possum! I didn't even see you. You were hiding. Hello, guy. You were hiding under the bed. Is it a hospital? Hospital. Oh, there's a lake in here. I saw you in there. Yeah, boat. Oh. My God. Hell yeah. Look at how many of us there are. An army of duckies. Oh, a jet ski, baby. Roadwork sign. Little seed. A peanut. I am but a peanut. Cookie. A lipstick. Puzzle cube. Toothbrush. Who left the toothbrush?
No point of view is the right one. Infinitely many points of view are possible. But if you take a point of view and you insist that's the only point of view, then you're hung up on it. So long as you insist that black is black and white is white and that there are Republicans and Democrats and capitalists and communists and good guys and bad guys, it's a hang-up. So also between what is you and what is other than you. I would begin, you see, with the assumption that every person, every sentient being whatsoever, is I. I is simply the universe aware of itself at a particular place and time. That's what the word I means. And so the feeling that we call I is how everything feels on the inside. But it is always in a particular place at a particular time. And these particular places and particular times, they keep going on and on and on and on and on. Myriads of them, all over. And you feel that you are I just as much as I feel that I am I. And your I feeling and my I feeling are essentially the same. Only we're looking from different places. But it's all one I. Only we don't see this because we are hung up on the coming and going of I, on the particular circumstances in which every I appears. So because of our myopia, because our point of view is fascinated by the details and the differentiations between everything that's going on, the differentiations between people, the differentiations between generations, we are so preoccupied with that particular view of things that we're hung up on it. And we don't see that it's the same thing happening again and again and again. That every I that comes into this world is you.
Honk, honk, honk. Hello there, red folks. Drumlip. Neat. Oh, you know, hello. Semi-truck. What? Fire truck? Why are you in the river? Silly thing. Oh, hello. Gas station. Close folding chair. Open folding chair. Oh, chess! Look, chess! Chessboard! Chess table! Chess reference. Wow. Oh, hello. Courthouse. Oh, I fell in the river. Kind of stuck in there. Oh. What you call history is just a bunch of excuses for this mess. Move. Ringed sand planet. Oh, where's this place? you knew, hello. Komodo dragon. Cool. There's all sorts of stuff in space. Oh my goodness. Cool.
All eyes are I, wherever soever scattered, because you see, this is the place.
At the point called here and now, this universe knows itself on the inside. You look around you, and you see everything, as it were, presenting an exterior to you. But my relationship to the other is always seeing life on the outside. However much I get down to the tiniest cells that constitute your nervous system, if I go down into the molecules, I go down into the atoms, I'm still regarding them from the outside. The only point at which I know the thing on the inside is where I am. Then I have inside knowledge of what everywhere else appears to be outside. So to realize inside, there must, of course, at the same time be outside. To realize self, there must be the counterbalance of other. Because this like black and white, it's like back and front. They're inseparable.
Don't fall off, don't fall off. No! Hello. I'm a digger. So cute! My pizza! Oh my goodness. Oh. Is that a hot dog? It's a dynamite stick! Oh my god! Notebook. Millipede! Puccini. Marijuana. Frogs having a party. Spent the last fortnight chasing the wind around here. Never stay still. I'll catch you one day though, and I'll give it the beating of its life. Do you wanna I'm a penguin now. Explore the atoms. Guess there's differences in some of them. Higgs boson. Huh.
So then, this is where we start from. That every being coming into this world is I, and they keep on coming. Doesn't matter how long the intervals are between their appearances. Supposing this planet were completely wiped out, that would be the end of this race, in just the same way as, say, a group of insects will eat their food supply up on a plant, and the whole population will perish. Happens again and again. But it seems perfectly reasonable to suppose, in other words, that there is a constant rhythm of what we call consciousness, being awake to life, going on and on, just as stars go on and on. If the stars are going on all over the place, if galaxies are going on all over the place, it's equally reasonable to suppose that life is going on all over the place. And although the distances from our particular point of view between these islands of life may be vast, don't forget that the distances between the molecules in your own body are equally vast on their scale.
Elk. Fish! Joaquin goldfish. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Come on. Oh my god. Emperor, ooh, angelfish, angelfish. I saw another one somewhere. Oh. Wha! Small dirt chunk. Call me a diva or whatever, but I can't stand being around air. I won't even touch the stuff. Maybe we'll go game instead. Hello, raccoons. I've never been an acorn, my god. Okay, I can't see. Okay.
Distance, space, isn't just removal. Space isn't just nothing. This is the grand delusion that space is somehow a thing to be ignored. This is very clearly explainable in terms of the Gestalt theory of perception. The Gestalt theory of perception is that we notice the figure and ignore the background. We notice what is a relatively small enclosed space and ignore the more dispersed. We notice what moves against what is relatively still, and what is relatively still is ignored. So likewise, when we get a constant stimulus of consciousness, we begin to ignore it and not to notice it. Consciousness tends always to notice novel things, novel changes in the environment. So the most unnoticed things in life are those which are the most constant and the most regular. And because you see you lose touch with the most constant and the most regular things, you screen them out of your general thought as insignificant. They don't matter. They're not there. And the most ignored thing is space. Because space is always the background. The solids are the figures. And therefore we say, simply, space is just nothing. It may be filled around this planet for a little distance with air, which is important, but out there, space, that's nothing at all. And so we say that is nothing. But all that is saying is that is the background to every figure. And as the figure cannot be there without the background, the solid cannot be there without the space. So the space of the world is the one thing we've forgotten. And the one thing that is absolutely essential to there being anything at all.
Duck. Wild duck. Splish. Non-existence. Inevitable non-existence. They were cute. I'll catch it. The world. I've seen other bunches around, but I saw a bunch of that. So many fishes. Oh, he's finding fishes. praise my beauty, do I become more beautiful? And if you point out my flaws, do I become uglier? Alien planet. Wow, big boys. Hello. Viking lander. Oh, so cute, the nipple. A split. There is nothing you will find here more interesting, beautiful, and complex as your own mind.
So then, we must realize that what we call separate things, separate molecules, separate lives, separate
Oh,
planets,
fast.
separate stars, separate galaxies, are joined by space. Space, in other words, is a relationship between solids. You would not be able to think about space without a relationship between solids. But so goes for everything. It is how it is spaced that creates the significance and interest of any being whatsoever. You say, for example, the human body consists of about 95 cents worth of chemicals. But how it's arranged. Playing a violin by a great master is just scraping cat's entrails with horsehair. But how it's done. See? So the order of the way things are distributed is the magic.
Wow, 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 wow. Hello. Rotavirus. And then get pollen. Grow and shrink, up and down, live and die. Do it! what section it's in. And whatever. It's the golden gate I want to find. I don't know what section it's in though. There it is. Whoa! Back in the weird zone with all the weird things. Large asteroid. Whoa, it's like just ahead. Unknown planet. Here's some things. Following. Oh, novel. Hello. Get your knife. Yep. It can be many books or a singular book. A steak. Vertical wall. Basic concrete bench. Public trash can. Tippy. Hello there. Bowling pins. Sake! Hehe, everyone. Oh, there's some more things. Coffee table book. I'm a beer! Wow. I'm a martini. This is where they hid all the alcohol, huh? Stealth jet. Come here. I don't know if I'm getting any closer. Come on, stop running. Wait, I lost it. Oh, God. God damn it. There it is. Ah! Got it! Gotcha, bitch. That's new. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is there anything else in here? Okay. The moving ones are always hard to catch. That's so fast. Can I transform in here? Lame. Do I move fast? Okay, that's the roller coaster. I was that once. I think there's one other object that moves, though. Hello. Maybe not. These are couches. So kind of just asteroids from here. Alright. Whoa! I don't know. We can keep searching around, but I think we've kind of maybe sort of found all the things there are to find. Or at least played enough that I don't know where else I would find shit. Hello. Except for that, you're new. Hello. Midnight Deer. Fascinating.
What are we doing? You see, you've got a universe which you're living in, which is fundamentally wiggly, and you are an event in this wiggle. See, only you're trying to straighten it out. You're trying to see order in it, and your doing this is itself a wiggle. After all, you may say, one or two things in here are straight, you know? And it's their nature to go that way, to be orderly things, to be straight things, or whatever other quality you want to put on. And we are like that. We are something in this which has it in its nature to arrange it this and that way, to want to see things straight. But actually, there really isn't anything in the whole arrangement that is the right way of doing it. And there isn't anything in life, in your life, that is supposed to happen. You're not supposed to live to be 80 or to die when you're 23. So, liberation is the realization there is no way that things are supposed to be. You are, you know, you're what there is. It's up to you to decide. See? There's no way it has to happen. But on the other hand, if you want to feel that there is some way you would like to arrange this, I mean, we can start pushing these things around, you know, and put them in some kind of an order. That's okay, too.
I'm gonna try maybe one more continent. Oh, good snow. That might give me something new. Or at least look a little different. I don't know, I don't see anything new. Let's go back to space. I've been to the galaxy types already. I feel like I have, I don't know though. Oh! This one's different. Tell me. Tell me your secrets.
You will be miserable to the degree that you are hung up on the notion that things should, must go a certain way. That is to say, to have a fixed view. If you have no fixed view, you remain elastic. And about this, there is always something that can't quite be said. When we say, I have no fixed view, it sounds as if I were just a non-entity, like a moron. But there's another sense of an empty mind than that. Not the moronic empty mind, but the lively empty mind. The empty mind that can either let it alone or project patterns onto it. And especially do both. So that instead of saying what you really ought to do is to project no pattern onto the world and realize that it's all fundamentally senseless, is to say always do both at the same time. Project the patterns, but realize at the same time there is no fixed view that you should take. This is exactly the same thing as being able to realize that there are rights and wrongs and things that should be done and should not be done. At the same time, there's another point of view from which you can see that everything that happens is right the way it is, that human life never makes an aesthetic mistake, just as the patterns of the clouds and of the foam never make aesthetic mistakes.
Many satellites. %, of satellites, my god. There's a lot of satellites in this game. Right? Does it tell me? I know I got a pop-ups for if I got 100% of things, but then I don't know. What did I get 100% of? And will it show it in that menu? I don't know. Oh. Ah, that will show me things. Well. Oh, okay. So there's 2-dimensional shapes that I'm missing. Oh, that's quite helpful. I see. So there's some stuff I'm missing. Whoa, lots of atoms. Interesting. Let's look for galaxies there. Okay, so I got all the kinds of galaxies. Then planets. Did I get all the planets? I got all the planets. Fascinating. There's so many things in the game, huh? Oh, found a new thing. Onshore oil rig, huh? I'm a money bag. Ibit. Cool.
Now, I want to get down to the simplest possible nitty-gritty of what we've been talking about in a very easy way. To ask ourselves the question, quite fundamentally, what's all the trouble about? In other words, what is your state of mind when you contemplate the possibility of everything becoming nothing? All right, so the universe is a transitory system, like a bubble, like smoke, like foam on the water. And so, how easy? Just go along with it, dissolve. So, what's the problem? Why don't we want to give up? What do we think we're going to get by holding on and by resisting the dissolution? What I'm interested in for you to feel is, what do you really feel like inside at the prospect of there being nothing, of this whole thing being a bubble that dissolves? You see, about death, the reality of approaching death, people are apt to feel chilly, cold, lonely, scared because it's an unknown. The most frightening thing about death is there might be something beyond it.
Tarantula.
And you don't know what it is.
No plan. Green Rose. Hey, that's my name. Your will is always reflected in the color of your thoughts. Hey, new thing. Foxglove bone. Pink Rose, that's what I am. Oh, hello. Graviton. I got all the particles.
The world is full of threats, mostly from other people. And there are monsters. There are all sorts of things which scare you, but beyond every monster is death. Dissolution is the end of it all. And so long as we can be scared of that, and so long as we can be made to think of death as a bad thing, we can be ruled. Because what end can it all come to? What's all the trouble about? The most it can come to is nothing. I mean, there may be some troubles on the way of resisting this, basically resisting it. And so in this resistance, there's an experience called pain. But beyond pain, this is annihilation. What will it be like to go to sleep and never wake up? Nobody can think about it. But what is that state when you're teased out of court?
Ah, thank
This
you
is not,
so much.
as you would
Oh my god.
fantasize it, a state of being in the dark forever. It is not like being buried alive, because then there's an experience of darkness. Now so, when you really think about nothingness, it becomes like how your head looks to your eyes. And behind the eyes, you don't see darkness, do you? You're not aware of a contrast of light here, black there. Behind the visual field, there is simply nothing conceivable at all. Neither darkness nor light. So, might one venture to say almost that that area of blankness we call death is what lies behind the eyes. In other words, it is what we can't think about. That's what's watching.
Thanks so much for the follow. My goodness, 110. Yay! I didn't want to interrupt us speaking, but it's so exciting. Appreciate everybody who has followed me. You're all very kind. Where the fuck is G in the alphabet? Hey yo, what's up? Boop. Oh, new thing. Whoa, rocket. How much time you have left? Consider how much smaller it becomes when your life is regulated by another. How many weekends do you think you have left? Of these, how many will you really live? Shut up! Don't make me think about that. God. Having work job is the worst. Twinkle, twinkle. I'm gonna go over there because that looks cool. Bible Galaxy.
Use your imagination for all it's worth.
Ooh.
To think yourself into
nice.
the fact that this whole sense of importance, of vitality, of aliveness, of being, is simply a sudden experience which was nothing before it started and will be nothing after it's over. That is the simplest possible thing you could believe in. It requires no intellectual effort. Nothing. Supposing that's the way it is. What's your inside feeling about that? Supposing, let's say, you feel sorry. For whom is this sorrow? Who, when it's all over, will there be to feel sorry? You say, I regret now that this thing is going to come to an end. But when it's come to an end, nobody will either regret or be happy about it. That will be that. So in a way, you can say, well, this feeling of sorrow that I have that it's going to come to an end is really rather irrelevant, because let me look at the thing from the other direction. Supposing it never would come to an end. In other words, here is this alternation of joy and sorrow. And however happy I am today, I'm always going to feel miserable later on. They may be happy again, but then after that miserable. And this is never, never going to stop. I just can't get rid of the damn thing. Well, that's pretty depressing, isn't it? I mean, when you think it through. So you say, well, let's make a compromise between these two possibilities. This compromise is, in other words, that it will disappear altogether, but then it'll start again. Because when it starts again, it'll feel like it does now, which is that it never happened before.
Oh.
So, you're always in the same place, just like you feel now. There is this blank space, this trough between the crests of the waves.
That reminds me of, I've been taking some DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy classes. Oh, there's the giant cat I left here forever ago. Oh my god. Look at him. That was an age ago, man. That was yesterday. But they've been interesting. They talk about always trying to find sort of the middle path. Because there's always two extremes to most situations. And you can try and find what's in the middle of those. And often that's a more true and correct way of looking at everything. Can't see, there's all this plant matter in my face. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find stuff. In games I like. I don't know. I mostly couldn't decide what game I wanted to play today, and I was like, I'll just play the same one as yesterday, because then I don't have to make a decision. Oh, oh, oh! Arrow. Whee! Woo! Hello.
Now I'm going to pull a fast one. So, every time an incarnation occurs, it feels like this. See, it might be quite different. We might be reincarnated in another universe as beings of an altogether different shape. Not at all like human beings. But because we were used to it, we would feel that that was the human shape. we would say, well, that's natural life. Obviously, that's the way things are. So naturally, if you appeared in the form of a spider, you would look around at other spiders and say, well, yes, of course, this is natural shape to be in. This is the human shape. Something that is not us looks at us and thinks we look perfectly terrible. I mean, imagine how you look to a fish. Clumsy, cumbersome, stupid-looking thing. As a fish is so elegant and graceful, and slides through the water so beautifully. Human beings can't even swim properly. So don't you see that in every world that comes into being, or could come into being, it seems just like it seems now. And every species that you could belong to would seem like this one. It would have its up end of what is highly intelligent and its low end of what is not so intelligent.
What?
You would be aware of superior forces and inferior forces. But the things that appear to be above us are great natural processes. Only we think they're rather stupid. Only very tough. Too strong for us. Earthquakes. The elements. But at any rate, whatever level you're on, it always appears to be the same one. Therefore, naturally, don't we? We feel we're in the middle. We feel, for example, with the telescope, that there is a world greater than us that is infinitely greater. We feel with the microscope there's a world below us that's infinitely smaller, and we seem to stand in the middle. Anything that grows anywhere is always in the middle. It's betwixt and between. And the middle always has, therefore, extremes. It has extremes in space. As far west and as far east as you could think. As far on and as far back. And there's always a beginning. And there's always an end.
I didn't read
Just as there's a left and a right.
Oh. Oh, we made it back out here. Oops. Still something that's 1D. Don't know where it could be hiding though. So hard to find all these things. What do I have to say? So far away, my goodness. Enough. Everything is everything is everything is everything is everything. Oh! Line.
If you are aware of a state which you call is, or reality, or life, this implies another state called isn't, or illusion, or unreality, or nothingness, or death. There it is. You can't know one without the other. And so as to make life poignant, it's always going to come to an end. That is exactly, don't you see, what makes it lively. Liveliness is change, is motion.
So odd in here.
So, you see, you're always at the place where you always are. And you think, wowee, a little further on, we'll get that thing. I hope we don't go further down so that we lose what we already have. But that is built into every creature's situation, no matter how high, no matter how low.
Outside.
So, in this sense, all places are the same place. And the only time you ever notice any difference is in the moment of transition. When you go up a bit, you gain. When you go down a bit, you feel disappointed, gloomy, lost.
Oh. Uniform polyhedron. I think this space in particular just kind of goes on forever, man. It's craziness. Oh, everything goes together as one. Ah! Hello? No dance. New Game Plus is available? What is New Game Plus? Oh my god. Well, now I gotta go try that. Dark Souls reference. Rose 2. This starts over from the beginning, but it's New Game Plus. Back here. Oh, that's different. Will this be an improvement? Will this be any different to last time? doesn't start quite the same. And you have all the abilities. But it also doesn't tell you what you're named. But it's making the noise like it's finding new stuff. Hey, goop. I mean, I guess it's a reset, but... It's a little frustrating that it doesn't have text on the screen to tell you. Yeah, same stuff though. I don't know. Usually it appears on the bottom of the screen every time you find a new thing. It will say, you are Limestone Pebble, or you are whatever the hell you are. But it's not showing up that time, which is odd. Yeah. One way to collect stuff is to just jam the V button. If you're close enough to something for it to join your party. Look at us all. Great big cluster of galaxies. Join me. Hello. You're not, dear. Join the group. Join the party. I'm enlisting you. Come on, man. Sub-balloons. Where'd they go? It's over there. Air balloon! Hell yeah! I don't know, it feels like I've been everywhere.
Death seems so final. Nothingness seems so very, very irrevocable and permanent. But then if it is, what about the nothingness that was before you started? So don't you see? What we've left out of our logic, and this is part of the game rule of the game that we are playing, the way we hoodwink ourselves is by attributing powerlessness to nothingness. We don't realize that is a complete logical fallacy. On the contrary, it takes nothing to have something. Because you wouldn't know what something was without nothing. You wouldn't know what the form is without the background space. You wouldn't be able to see anything unless there were nothing behind your eyes.
Oh my god, I bet that's a dev cat. Cute. What kind of insect working that is? Wah. All flying hard. Hi. Ah! Firefly. That's cool. Hey. Cute. We'll leave it there. We'll have some song time and then I'll go eat lunch. I was wrong. It's a very cool game, though. Such a neat game. Good times, good times. Let's pick out some songs to sing. Perhaps a giant song to sing. In the street. Turn around, but them up giants. Wahoo. I was working all night in my office. I had recently killed. Okay, start two. One more try. I was working. Okay. I was working all night in my office when a man I had recently killed called me up from a phone near my building, and so I looked out the window at him. He had the same obsequious manner, which was the reason I'd had him killed. I'm off the notes. So to calm my nerves, I sang this song to him over the phone. Turn around, there's a thing there that can be found. Turn around, it's a human skull on the ground. Human skull on the ground. Turn around, I was out by myself in the graveyard. I was doing an interpretive dance when I felt something heavy and pointed strike me in the back of my neck. And the ghost of my dance instructor pushed me down into an open grave. And as dirt rained down, she played her xylophone and sang me this song. Turn around, and there's a thing there that can be found. Turn around, it's a human skull on the ground. Human skull on the ground. Turn around. We were waving our arms out the window of a fast-moving passenger train. Acting in and here's don't wave your arms out the window of a train. Plane, oh my god. Till the engineer's back had been turned, and who we thought would find us highly amusing. Swiftly I can't get a single word right. This was a paper white mask of evil, sang us this song. Turn around, there's a thing there that can be found. Turn around, it's a human skull on the ground. Human skull on the ground. Turn around, and there's a thing there that must be found. Turn around, there's a human skull on the ground. Human skull on the ground. Turn around. Oh my fucking god. I cannot do it. I just can't do it. What the hell was that? Oh my goodness. And my water bottle's empty. We will try a different song because I fucked that one up in like 16 different fucking ways. Oh my god. The Dark of the Night from Anastasia. One of my favorite childhood movies. Hobby. We should find some other ones from this one too. Hiccup. My god, this intro is the longest. I think they're like monologuing or something. It's the villain song. You know it's a good villain song. Here we go. In the dark of the night I was tossing and turning, and the nightmare I had was as bad as can be. It scared me out of my wits, a corpse falling to bits. Then I opened my eyes and the nightmare was me. I was once the most mystical man in all Russia. When the royals betrayed me, they made a mistake. My curse made each of them pay. But one little girl got away. Little Anya, beware, Rasputin's awake. In the dark of the night, evil will find her. In the dark of the night, just before dawn, revenge will be sweet when the curse is complete. In the dark of the night, she'll be gone. I can feel that my powers are slowly returning. Tie my sash and a dash of cologne for that smell. As the pieces fall into place, I'll see her crawl into place. Do svidania, Anya, your grace, farewell. In the dark of the night, terror will strike her. Terror's the least I can do. evil will brew. Soon she will feel that her nightmares are real. In the dark of the night, she'll be through. In the dark of the night, evil will find her. Find her. In the dark of the night, terror comes true. Doom her, my dear, here's a sign. It's the end of the line. In the dark of the night, in the dark of the night, come, my minions, rise for your master. Let your evil shine. Find her now, yes, fly ever faster. In the dark of the night, in the dark of the night, she'll be mine! It's still fun one. It's still fun. Which one should we do from the song, from the thing? I'm done once upon a December in a minute. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. As an ember, things my heart used to know, things it yearns to remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. It's a very pretty song, I really like it. Oh my god, we got another Clark on stage.
Take a deep breath. Close your eyes and imagine.
This is Learn to Do It also from Anastasia.
You were born in a palace by the
the sea, a palace by the sea. Could it be
Yes, it's so.
you rode horseback when you were only 3? Horseback riding? Me?
Horse's name.
Romeo,
You
threw tantrums that terrorized the cook. Ha, how the palace shook. Charming child wrote the book, but you'd behave when your father gave that look. Imagine how it was, your long forgotten past. We've lots and lots to teach you, and the time is heading fast.
Let's see you walk.
Head up, wriggle bearing. Now shoulders back and stand up tall, and do not walk, but try to float. I feel a little foolish, am I floating like a sinking boat? You give a bow, what happens now? Your hand receives a kiss. Most of all, remember this: if I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it. Something in you knows it, there's nothing to it. Follow in my footsteps, shoe by shoe. You can learn to do it too. Elbows in and sit up straight, and do not slip the stroganoff. I never cared for stroganoff. Said that like a Romanov. The samovar, the caviar, desserts, and then goodnight. Not until you get this right. If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it. Pull yourself together, and you'll pull through it. Tell yourself it's easy, and it's true. You can learn to do it too.
Who is your great-grandmother?
Queen Victoria.
Great-grandmother.
Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Salfield.
Best friend is...
My little brother, Alexei.
Wrong. Your best friend.
I know who my best friend is.
What a temper.
I don't like being contradicted.
That makes 2 of us. Continuing on.
I've had it, and I hate you both. I'm sorry that we've ever met. I'm hungry, I'm frightened, and I'm only human. Don't forget, I don't remember anything. Get out and let me be.
Anya, darling. Look at
It's basically, what, John Bluth? Bluth version of a Disney musical,
slightly. Now and
but it was not made by Disney.
Take a breath. Count to 10. You have
Have courage and strength you barely knew. So blow that little nose and dirty those dirty eyes. A princess like your majesty can do it if she tries.
ready, set.
Go! Your great aunt Olga, and she frolicked.
Is your great aunt Olga how she frolicked on the Volga?
Oh!
Distant cousin Vanya loved his vodka, got it Anya.
No!
But
was short.
Louise of Boden.
Had a what?
Sergei wore a
Feathered hat, I hear he's gotten very cute, and I recall his yellow cat. I don't believe we told her that. If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it, and we'll pull through it. Tell yourself it's easy, and it's true. You can learn to do it, nothing to it. You can learn to do it. The caviar, the stroganoff, the samovar, the feathered hat. The cousin drank, the dirt was short, there was a wood and there's a cat. The horse's name was Romeo, so tell me something new. You can learn to do it. That's such a fun one. I love, it's fun when songs go all over each other. That reminded me of, okay, 2 seconds, I'm gonna go get my fucking other water bottle that does have water in it, because this one doesn't have water in it, but there's another one over there. Wobber bubble. It is a little hard for karaoke, but you know. I know, I always feel bad when it's like, it's just the instrumental and part of the cool song is like, the fact that it's all going over each other. What the heck? What is it with all the power outages lately? Paboom had one yesterday and you have one today. What is going on? Also, thank you very much for subscribing. I don't think I said that yet, but thank you very much. I think we'll do like one more and then I'll be gone. We're gonna try getting married today, which I'll probably fuck up because it's really hard, but I'm gonna try it. Oh my god, this song. Bless this day, pinnacle of life, has been joined to Today is for Amy. Amy, I give you the rest of my life to cherish and to keep you, to honor you forever. Today is for Amy, my happily soon to be wife. Here we fucking go. Part of me is everybody here because if everybody's here, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate your going even more. I mean, you must have lots of better things to do, and not a word of it to Paul. Remember, Paul, you know the man I'm gonna marry, but I'm not because I wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as he is. Thank you all. Thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today. Bless this day, tragedy of life, husband yoked to wife, the heart sings dead, it feels dead, this dreadful day. I have done it before. Listen, everybody, look, I don't know what you're waiting for. A wedding? What's a wedding? It's a prehistoric ritual where everybody promises fidelity forever, which is maybe the most horrifying word I ever heard, and which is followed by a honeymoon where suddenly he'll realize he's saddled with them that want to kill me with Tisha. So thanks a bunch, but I'm not getting married. Go have lunch, because I'm not getting married. You've been grand, but I'm not getting married. And don't just stand there, I'm not getting married. Don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today. Go, can't you go? Why is nobody listening? Goodbye, go and cry at another person's wake. If you're quick for a kick, you could pick up a christening, but please, on my knees, there's a human life at stake. Listen, everybody, I'm afraid you didn't hear, or do you want to see a crazy lady fall apart in front of you? It isn't only Paul who may be ruining his life. You know, we'll both obviously losing our identities. I telephoned my analyst about it, and he said to see him Monday, but by Monday I'll be floating in the huts with the other garbage. I'm not well, so I'm not getting married. You've been swell, but I'm not getting married. Clear the hall, because I'm not getting married. Thank you all, but I'm not getting married. And don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today. Bless this bride, totally insane, slipping down the drain, and bless this day in our hearts as it starts to rain. Today is for Amy. Go, can't you go? You know I adore you all, but why watch me die like Eliza on the ice? Look, perhaps I'll collapse in the apps right before you also take back the cake, burn the shoes, and boil the rice. Look, I didn't want to have to tell you, but I may be coming down with hepatitis, and I think I'm gonna faint. So if you want to see me faint, I'll do it happily. But wouldn't it be funnier to go and watch a funeral? So thank you for the 27 dinner plates, and 37 butter knives, and 47 butter paperweights, and candles. But I'm not getting married, softly said, but I'm not getting married. Wave this ring, see, I'm not getting married. I said I'm not getting married. Let us write that we're not getting married today. Oh my god. That was pretty good. Considering the last time I tried it, I fucked up way worse than that. I think that was pretty fucking decent. I'm gonna link the one. Stop that! Stop it! Oh, that's applause coming from you. Thank you very much! I thought there was the music playing. Oh my god. There we go. Here's the version that I saw this. I know it's shit quality, but it's like so impressive. And I just watched, I think it's even faster than the version I have. But I watched that and I was like, I've got to learn how to do this song. That is so fucking cool. Broadway. It's great. Anyways, have a good couple hours. I'll be back in a little bit with, I don't know, probably a new game. Maybe I'll just default to like Rivals or something so I don't have to make decisions, but I also have lots of games that I should probably play on the channel at some point, so you know, we'll see what I feel like. Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for the subscribes and the follows and all of that. I really appreciate all of you. Goodbye.